Okay. So let me pull up my PowerPoint and then I'll share my my desktop. I just took some notes on the call this morning and on that training I told you about, Keisha's training. And there we go. And then we're going to go over a little bit of the Coach University and Push to Emerald, those kind of groups that Ashley's created. They're really super easy, and I may have already repeated. Yeah, I feel like I said this before. I think I ran the Ashley's call last week because she couldn't get on.
Oh,
So that's where it's repeated. I told a little bit about it in there to those people. Okay, let's share. I always try to clean up my desktop every day. It doesn't work because I have all these pictures. I pull all of my pictures to the desktop so it's easy to find.
oh yeah.
And then I forgot to take them off. Okay, look at my little PowerPoint. The Brittany Farfod Tribe call. Okay, let's see if I can do this without blocking this out. Perfect. All right. Did you remember the quote that she said today? My rank does not define my value, my skill does.
Yeah, I wrote that one down.
Yeah. So I thought that was awesome because I feel like, gosh, I'm only Emerald, but that doesn't define like me as a coach. Like we can be great coaches and still be just Emerald, or you could advance rank to 2-star diamond and really be a crappy coach, you know? In fact, there's this person that I came across. I don't know. I forget now how I meet people just because you're adding people through friends of friends or whatever. But regardless, she's like, yeah, I've been to like a few coaches and you're the only one that's been inspiring and motivating. And I'm like, that makes me feel good. Like I'm doing something right, you know?
Thanks.
Yeah. And so she switched coaches to me, which is great, but she's not like, she's allergic to stuff. She can't get Shakeology. So I'm like, bummer deal. That's like
Yeah.
a huge part of it. But at the same time, I feel like she's got a program. She's one, there's certain people that I feel like I would put in my groups if they, for certain reasons, like this one, she's allergic. There's no way I can sell that to her. There's no way getting around that allergy, you know?
Yeah.
And she's interested in coaching a little bit. So as a coach, she can still purchase other things and still be active as a coach. So
Mhm.
there might be a time down the road that she will coach, but not be able to do Shakeology, which is kind of hard because she won't be able to share it or be proof of the product. But
Mhm.
let me check real quick with this notification and see if the others are getting on. But okay, so that's the next one. Oops. Go for No every day, and she mentioned that book, Go for No. And I listened to the audio. It's in the tribe page for free. It's in there under personal development. If you want to listen to it, it's like she said it's a 2-hour read, but I listened to it over the course of a few days doing other things. But anyways, I think the books on audio are nice to have sometimes.
Okay.
So the more no's that you get, that just means the better chances you have of getting a yes. Because if you're going to keep going for no and see how many no's, like I want to get 100 no's, well, you're going to more likely get a yes than trying to go for like 10 yeses. Like you're trying to only get 10 yeses, but how are you going to find those yeses without increasing your no's? Because the more people you talk to, it just makes sense. The more people talk to, the better you have of getting a yes. So, and you've come across many no's already, I'm sure, and I have too. And it's hard at first, and it's still hard sometimes, but you get used to it. And that link I posted in about rejection in our page, that was a good little podcast, a reminder that you just get used to rejection. And in the business here, it's not anything personal. It's just that it's either not the right time or they can't afford it or whatever. It's not because they don't like you.
Yeah.
So, biggest loser group. Oh yeah. These are other things that I just want to go over. Did you want to still put money in?
I think maybe I'll just leave it to the challengers
Okay.
that are in the group.
And that's fine.
Since Ashley said that anyways. And then also I'm doing so terrible at posting in The Biggest Loser.
Okay.
I don't know, like I just get really busy on the weekends and then I
Right.
always forget to check in. And there's so many things going on, like there's so many groups to check in at that I'm like
You decide.
I just kind of like break down and then I'm like, okay, and then I just don't do it because there's so much.
Yeah. So I feel the same way. And so then that's why they've minimized it to just the tribe, just the one coach check-in that I added you to, and we'll go over that here in a minute. But checking into your challenge group that you are hosting as a coach, checking into your free group that you're hosting, checking in as a coach into the coach check-in, checking into your training group, which I'm not checking into trainings because I feel like the one tribe check-in is the check-in for coaches. But the other two, I felt the same way, like too much, but whatever you do, make sure that you're present for your challengers to show that you care. So I know it's hard for that biggest loser. And if you look back, I haven't posted a few days scattered. And then I heard someone in one of the calls or something, listening to something, they're like, you got to be there for your challengers. So participating and checking in. So that's when I kind of shifted my mindset. I'm like, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, I think the reason why I don't is because like my mom is added to the group, but it's not like I think she's waiting for the 45-day group.
Okay.
And wants to just
yeah, that's fine. You can pull her, and guess what? You don't even have to be in The Biggest Loser.
Okay.
Because that'll relieve some stress right now if she's your only challenger in there. And she's not even, if she's waiting for 45, I say just pull her and you just pull out and you don't get notifications. You're good.
Yeah, that would be great. I think that would just help me out because I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to focus more on like getting people into the 45-day group and like doing other things like forming with people and stuff like that. And then like all of it just kind of stresses me out a little bit.
Yes.
So
do it. Would you please? Let me pull up those notifications and see if those are our girls at all.
Okay.
No, they would have messaged. Okay, let's go back to this. Yeah, I say do that. I know what you mean. I totally know what you mean. Okay,
yeah.
There's a podcast app. Did you get that one? How do you access?
Listening all my
sweet. I just barely downloaded it today. I wish I would have done it earlier. Okay, training groups. Okay, this is what I'm going to pull away and then get into. I forgot we're recording. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So let's see. Now I hope I don't get too many notifications while I'm doing this. I added you guys to. See, I have too much going on. Look at her. What training are you in? I'm in my own training. I have these files that I'm just going off of. It's so funny. Okay. So the coach check-in, I put you in here. And I don't know if you've been able to check in here. It's fine. Regardless, here, I'll tag you just so you know where it's at. Unless you already have it.
I have it.
Okay. Did you know that you click on these three dots and you can put add to favorites? Oh, I already have it, so I would remove it. I always, when I get added to a group like this, I click right away, add to favorites, so that it pops up on my left side.
Oh, okay. That's when it pops up.
It makes it easy for me to find what I need currently. And then if I'm done with it, then I take it off my favorites list.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. So, okay. That's that. Anyway, so you just check in here. The one thing that's different is what coach training lessons are you completing? That would be Coach University or Push to Emerald, whichever lesson you're doing.
Okay. When does that Push to Emerald thing start today?
Well, here we go. Have you completed Coach University?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've done all of the coach or like the What is Coaching, the Coach University, and the Invite School.
Okay. So I don't know that she's gotten files up for this yet. That's what I need. Yep. See, she hasn't, because there's only 2 members, me and Ash. But this would
Okay.
be Rocket to Emerald. So she has nothing in here. So I'm going to show you Coach University, because it's going to be set up the same way.
Okay.
Basically, she has created files. Well, these are accessible files, just conversation samples, like you can see. But photos, that's what I was going for. So daily assignments, and this will be the same for the Push to Emerald. There's a picture for each day, and then each day has your lesson on it. So you go at your own pace. This is like you have your online class for whatever. You just take day 1. It's just like she was posting it day by day, but you don't have to wait now. You finish one and you have time, move on to the next lesson.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so this is essentially open for you to plug in any building coaches that you get. If I haven't done so already, I'll make you an admin. You can add your coaches and teach them the same thing here.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that would be great. I feel like I'm going to get a couple.
Perfect. And hopefully. This is where you want to put them first.
Okay.
To the Coach University. And then that way they can go through as quickly or as slowly as they can or want. And then they're at the end. And then at that point, they would get back to you and say, in fact, I haven't confirmed with Ashley, but I plan on saying to you and my other coaches, I want you to do the lessons, put them on a Word document or piece of paper or whatever, but I want you to kind of submit your work to me just for accountability. So you're doing it. And it's not like I'm going to grade it. I just want to see that you've been doing it.
Okay.
Because I feel like rather than, what does it say here? There's something you're not going to be able to write down or whatever. Maybe it's things they have you do on your page. I can't remember. But if it's something like you have to write down or whatever, I do want you to submit that to me. And I don't know, I'd have to go through and read this. But if it's something like, read your personal development, just say you did it or something. I don't know. I don't know how Ashley's going to do it. I'll check with her for sure. But if it's something to be written down or whatever, just kind of keep track of that and then submit it to me. Now let's get back out of here. So there are files in here for you to access. Prereqs, teach your coaches. There are these things that they need to do first. But then there would be the Rocket to Emerald, and then the Diamond Dash, which again doesn't have any trainings in it. I just happen to have files in the background. And then also the Inviting School. You'll want to add your coaches to this as well. Okay. But I would probably do Coach University first, just not to overwhelm them.
Yeah.
Coach University is basically the first for everybody. Okay. Let's go back to my PowerPoint and see where we're at. Plug your coaches in.
I remember I was in like all 3 of them and I was getting stressed, and you told me to like pull out or tell you to pull out of one, but I was like, no, I just want to get it done.
Yeah. So I definitely would probably do it differently. So I apologize for that, but plug your coaches in one at a time.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is you living the personal development, immerse yourself. So definitely encourage that all the time. You don't have to do 4 to 5 hours, but if you got time for that, do it, sister. I do it. I actually don't get to it until after breakfast, usually when I'm feeding the baby. And then at lunch, I try to get some more in the evening. So I have to do it little throughout the day, but whatever works for your situation. Okay. This was talked about on the National Wake Up Call about having an accountability group. So that means our group. I want you guys, when you check in each day in the coach check-in, now that I'm talking about it, because the coach check-in includes Ashley's coaches, but I want you guys, I think this is just one more thing. I don't want to put too much on you, but I do want you to set personal goals for the following day. And that means like how many people are you going to reach out to? How many exactly are you going to go for? How many no's are you going to go for? Just something that you're writing down your goals so that you are held accountable to it. And yeah, you can write it down at home, but I think when you share it with other people, it kind of pushes you a little bit harder. So just check into the tribal band check-in like you would normally, like I just showed you. But I'll figure out how we're gonna do this. Maybe you guys will report each Monday when we have our call. That's what I'll do.
Okay.
We'll just so this is recording, so everyone listening and Kim here with me, I want you to, on Monday night, you're going to come prepared to share your goals for the week, like how many people you're going to reach out to, how many no's you're going to go for, those kinds of things with inviting. Those are the goals that you're going to come ready with and meet you. Okay, that is the end of my PowerPoint. Yes. All right, so let's stop sharing. And then I'm going to stop recording because that's all that I have for that.